Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we dive into the world of lifestyle, health and empowerment. My name is Uzurie and today I'm going to ruin your childhood. I am going to ruin your childhood. It ruined mine, so I have to ruin yours. I found out some myths and you'd be surprised to know them, like things that we thought were legit are not legit. So I'm going to share that with you today. By the way guys, we are on the road to 100 subscribers. Yay! So if you're here watching this video and you don't subscribe yet, subscribe now because we have great things in store for you guys. Okay, so let's get into the video. Guys, I'm seriously in the bushes and I'm not a bush girl, right? But don't like bush. You just hear the lizard them just walk around and I'm just really freaked out right now. But if you see my fan, it's because something flying past. Like I'm in bush. I'm gonna give you guys the garden tour in a couple weeks to come, so stay tuned for that one. Okay, if you see me looking down, it's because this is where I wrote down some, like, I can't just give you the myth and then not tell you what the truth is, so I'm gonna do that. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. That is a myth. Okay, so don't go outside and then since the lightning strike you and go start, it will strike you again, right? It often strikes the same place twice, and if you're outside, find shelter, don't go near a window, don't go near anything metal or electric, it will shock you. Okay, bananas grow on trees. No, that was a shocker to me because even here we have banana trees and I was just like, but that's a tree. No, it's not a tree. It's the world's largest herb, growing up to 25 feet tall. It lacks trunks and branches which would qualify it as a tree. So yeah, it's not a tree, it's a herb. It's the world's largest herb. It's 25, it can grow up to 25 feet tall, and I guess that's why we call it a tree. All along, when you're growing up in school, oh, look at the glory of God shining down on me. All along, when we were going to school, we thought that we had only 5 senses, which are seeing, smelling, touching, hearing, and tasting, right? We actually have 9 senses. But look at this. I thought this was a shaded area. Anyway, we have 9 senses actually. So the other 4 are proprioception, right? And that is sensing one's orientation in space. We have thermoception, which is a sense of temperature, temperature, yeah. Equilibrioception, which is a sense of balance, equilibrium. Yeah, it's a sense of balance. Listen to me now. Look at this. Don't I forget to change my angle. All right, I came out the sun and I'm deep in the bushes, guys. Deep in the bushes. Okay, I'm scared to death because there's like a snail like right here. And you have interoception, which is a sense of one's physiological condition. So that's kind of cool. So when they're like, oh, we have 5 senses, no, we have 9. Okay, get it right, get your facts straight. Humans use only 10% of their brain. Listen, nobody can tell me none. The way some people behave is most only 10% of them brain them use, because some things that you think are common sense and they would know, them don't know. So I believe this, but in truth and in fact you use all parts of your brain. So you use all parts of your brain, whether subconscious or consciously, and your brain never dies until you die, right? So even when you're sleeping, you're using a good amount of your brain. Most times you use all parts of your brain, so it's not just 10%. You use all of your brain. Some of you use all of your brain. Bulls become angry at the color red. This is incorrect. As a matter of fact, bulls are partially colorblind, so they really and truly cannot see the color red. What causes them to charge at the matador is his behavior. So they charge at you if they're angry, if they're annoyed, if they feel as if you're teasing them, if they're frightened, or if they feel threatened. If they feel threatened, they charge at you. So it's really the behavior of the matador. So when you watch the bulls, it's not because of the color red when you know that have the scarf or the material. No, it's really the behavior. It's kind of like mocking them. It's like territorial thing, so that is why they charge. Dog mouths are cleaner than Dog mouths are cleaner than ours. That is a myth, and I am so surprised because all this time I thought that they had cleaner mouths than ours. It's so wrong. It's actually dirtier because dogs use their mouth like how we use our hands. So they lick everything. They like their washcloth, their toilet paper. So they lick any and everywhere. So in truth and in fact, their mouth is dirtier than ours. So the next time you decide that you want a dog to lick your face, you gonna kiss that dog in the mouth, think twice, okay? Think twice. And as a nurse, I guess I'm at fault here. But it says that you should drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. That is not entirely true. You cannot actually put an actual amount of water to a person per day because it depends on where you live, your level of activity, and also your overall health. An athlete would require probably more than 8 glasses of water a day because of their level of activity. Persons who live in the Caribbean, where the heat, like Jamaica, where I live, you would need more water because it is so hot and you will be perspiring more and you'd be losing fluid, so you need more. And your overall health, because a person with kidney failure might not be able to have 8 glasses of water per day depending on how bad their condition is. So yes guys, that don't mean that you must stop drinking the water. You can use it as a baseline, but you should consider these factors when you're drinking your water, because the truth is, for me, when I drink at least 4 glasses of water, I can tell you that I don't need any more because I constantly go into the bathroom, and when I go to the bathroom, my urine is like totally clear. Like you don't even know that I've used it. So that's when I know, okay, I am probably coming close to being overhydrated, so I can just like step back for a little bit. So you have to know your body and judge it based on that. I'm pretty sure we all have watched TV and seen where they have said that dogs only see in black and white. This is incorrect. They can differentiate between colors. They can't see as many as us, but they can see a few colors. So that is a myth. Dogs don't only see in black and white. Well, dogs don't see in black and white. They can distinguish some colors. And I think I have seen this before, like when they're telling you, like when they say Oprah Winfrey didn't get her start in life until she was a certain age, and when she got rejected, they said Albert Einstein has failed math class, and that is actually a lie. It's a myth. Sorry, he actually corrected someone in an interview and said that by the time he was 15 years old, he was able to do differential and integral calculus. Now I don't even know what that is, so that must be some big math. Like me and math, I can do math, and I like math. I love numbers, but sometimes my head doesn't really work with the numbers, right? But in all honesty, he says that it's a lie. He actually topped his class. So if you ever hear it and it's an inspirational talk, just know you know better now because Uzurie told you. Okay, cool. And you can Google this stuff, like it's all over Google. I just found it really interesting. Sugar causes hyperactivity in children. That is a myth. And me always say, I'm not getting no sugar after a certain time into the evening because at night time can't sleep. The sugar has no effect on their behavior. So if you think that is because John or Mary Sue gave your child Skittles and it was full of sugar and that's why them jumped up and down, no, your child is bad breed. Let me not say that. Your child just hyperactive and probably just not ready to sleep, so they get up and they're all over the place. So I mean, I guess what we were blaming our kids for, it's really just their natural behavior. Like it has nothing to do with what they ate. It has no effect on their behavior. I was of this belief until, as a matter of fact, I thought that I was a bit different because I didn't have the same experience as others. So shaving your hair grows it back thicker. That is an absolute myth, not so. And from my experience, basically shaving my legs, it doesn't grow back thicker. As a matter of fact, for me, it looks thinner. Probably not, but there's no effect right there. So what they said, it doesn't make it change in color, it doesn't grow faster or slower, and it does not come back thicker. All that happens is that it has a blunt edge, and when it grows, it's just a bit more blunt. That's all. The sun is yellow, orange, or red. I mean, if I look at the sun, I see orange, red, and yellow, but it's a myth. The sun is actually all colors. But what happens is that the wavelengths that our eyes register will register those colors, right? And oftentimes it's white. So like now I'm looking up in the sky and sun kind of look white. Yeah, if I can actually stare at it long enough. But like if you see a sunset or so forth, it's normally yellow, and it's just because of the colors that for the wavelengths, the longer wavelengths, those are the ones that our eyes register, and that's why we see yellow, red, or orange. When I saw this, I was just like, oh dear. So you should urinate on someone if they get stung by a jellyfish. That is absolutely not true. The correct thing that you should do is throw hot water on them. And as a matter of fact, if you urinate on the person, it probably makes the sting a lot worse. So if you get stung by a jellyfish, don't pee on anybody or don't let anybody pee on you. Just ensure that you get some hot water and you pour it on the person to alleviate the pain and make the situation a little bit better. Going outside with wet hair makes you sick. That is not true. And I mean, all my life I ensure that if I wash my hair, I make sure my hair dry. But common sense here, and I guess common sense did not work for me, because we all believe in what our grandmother told us or what our parents told us. Cold or flu is like a virus, and it doesn't care whether your hair is wet or dry, so therefore it has no effect on you getting sick if your hair is wet or dry. So if you're normal, so I'm not gonna say we come here with, go outside. Not gonna happen to you, okay? Not gonna happen to you. So last but not least, and I think this is really interesting, every living thing dies. That is actually not true, and I am so shocked. There is a type of jellyfish that does not die. It is called the Turnitopsis dorni. So it's Turnitopsisdorhnii. So basically what happens is it reverts back into a juvenile state after adulthood, so it can live out another life alongside their offspring. So like after they have children and they become adults and they have children, they basically go back to a juvenile state, so they're like a baby and they get to grow with their offspring. That's kind of cool. Like, what if I had a baby and then after I have my baby, like I just go back to being a baby, and then me and my baby can be best friends, and then like me and my grandchildren and my great grandchildren, like, okay, that would be so cool. So but God knows what he's doing, because man, sometimes life gets so hard and you feel like you would just want to die. And sometimes persons are happy to finally leave this earth because there's so much going on. They finally get the opportunity to rest. So I think God knows what he was doing. I don't know what their quality of life is, those jellyfish, but God knows what he was doing. All right guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm pretty sure these myths took some of you guys by storm like it did me. Like, I am like blown away, honestly. If you liked this video, ensure you click that thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, tune in next week Sunday at 5 p.m. Ensure you hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Yeah guys, and if you never watched my previous video, it will be at the end of this slide, and ensure that you click on it and just give it a watch. All right guys, see you later. Bye. Something dropped.